Hello everyone, this is William from the Earth System Fresco, and today I'm going to show you how to use the workshop website as an animator. So just like the previous video, if you just signed up for a workshop, you got this link here, and this link led you to the Earth System Fresco workshop account. So when you are here, you just go here and it will tell you to go on this website in French or in English, right? You already know about this website since you probably attended a workshop already, all right? So the thing is, once you are on this workshop, you can request to me or to anyone who's able to do so to become a workshop animator, which is what I'm going to speak about today. Because thank you first, you decided to get involved and to try to animate things online. So if you are watching this video, you probably know how the workshop works. You know that if you are the online animator, you need to use organizer, you need to use Mural. So you will need to get in touch with me, William, to get access to Mural as an organizer. So you'll be able to copy the murals from the template and to create the workshop online, which is fine. And if you are organizing the workshop face-to-face, then you just need to print the cards and to get some additional materials, but you already know all of that. So you have more than probably passed a workshop already, and if you did not pass it online, you probably already know how it happens physically. So I'm assuming that you have been told everything. And remember, if it's not the case, you can contact me or anyone to get a workshop animator session so you can be really more at ease when it comes to animating the workshop. So I will teach you everything you need to know when it comes to animating the workshop and being able to hold these sessions online as well as offline, face-to-face, okay? So this is the user account panel that you have. This is so far something you need to know, except we have a small change here. What you see is, wait a minute, we have workshop animator. So this is something you not normally see. I'm also a website administrator, but you don't really care about that. You will only see participant and workshop animator here, okay? So my account will be more than just a simple animator, but it doesn't change anything. All right, so as you see, nothing has changed other than this. You still got your training data, your workshops, the workshops that I have animated online with this account. And then if you go to my certifications, you got certifications, you can edit your personal information, can change your password, and you got this. This is new. You can organize an event. That's new. That's all new. So this is probably the first thing you're going to head up to. So let's just say you know what you're going to do. You're going to animate an event. So you're going to be able to pick up which kind of event you want to animate. So you've got for each event, workshop in French, in English, the workshop alone, the extension to, the extension only, or the animators workshop for training animators. So you can just choose whatever you want to do, and there will be new workshops in the future as soon as extensions are added. So then when you choose a workshop, let's just say you want to animate the main workshop online. This determines how many people will be at minimum to the event. If you want to animate this, you already know how much the minimum is. It's usually 5. You cannot animate an event with less than 5 people. So you cannot determine the minimum number of participants. It is automatically determined, but you can choose how many you want to have. Like, what I personally recommend is to never go with more than 2 groups online and 3 groups on paper. If you're very, very involved, you can get up to 4 or 5 groups if you have groups of people who are used to doing this kind of workshop. Or if you have among each group someone who at least already did the workshop. That's pretty fun. You can go up to 5 groups of 8 to 9 people maximum. So you can go up to 40 people at a time. But I would never recommend that. Also, if you just want to organize a large workshop and you've got multiple animators, you can just say you want to do up to 100 and you can go up to 1000, okay? So let's just say I just want to have a regular versions of 9 for something. Then you got to choose the date. Then you got to pick up a date like I'm going to do this in February 2026 for some reason, and I will be doing this at 2 p.m. That's generally what I propose. 2 p.m. because you need 5 hours. That just goes up to reasonable time. I'm French, so I'm going to organize this in my time zone. So I'm in Europe. So you type Europe/Paris. This is all the time zones in the world. And mine is here. So I'm Europe/Paris. Don't worry about that. This time zone is automatically selected to your user preferred time zone, and I have set a weird time zone for testing only. So then you can provide an address if you want to, even when it's online. It's not a problem. Like if someone wants to be attending that and also be physically present next to you, that's fine, they can. If you want to have a place for that, if you have both people in your area and people online, then as soon as there is one person online, the whole workshop will be online for everyone. That's unfortunately how things work. So you can have an address where people gather and actually get to do the workshop close to each other, that's fine, but it's not mandatory. You can set the country where you are organizing the workshop from. You can also set no country if you don't want to provide any country. But I'll just say that I'm in France. As you noted, this is selected as my default, as my account is located in France. I say that I'm in French, okay? And then you can add any information here, like additional text if you want to use something to tell your people, like especially for physical events, like please go to the front door, just ring on the upside, do not park in the front, whatever, all right? And then if you are not sure about organizing this, like you want to just set up things and you want to open it later, you can just use a draft. If you use a draft, it will not be viewable by people on the Find a Session page. If you say it's open for registrations, then you should be fine. And you're like, great, you created a workshop. So now I am an organizer. So as you see, I have much more information and options here. So I have this organize an event button, first of all, but I also have all these events. So this is the event lifecycle. By default, you will be arriving on this page that says all my events. So this is all your events, past, future, whatever. So you can find everything. So as you see, I've already have 24 here. You got pagination here. You can go from 1, 2, 3, etc. So you can find all the past events that you have had. If you go further enough in time, you will see these are past events. They are happened in the past. This one, for example, was cancelled. So when cancelled events, unfortunately, do not happen like this, you will see this weird stripe out version that says, I'm sorry, this was locked. This was cancelled. This can have ready locked registration. By the way, don't care about this button. This is only for me and website administrator, but you will see this green button, stuff like that. I'm going to tell you why. So, okay, this is all your events. So first, when you have events as an organizer, if you have drafts, they will be here among your list. So, for example, here, this is the draft I created a couple days ago, something like that. And this is not the event I created recently, but you got it. Okay, so by default, they are sorted from future event, most future, to the most past. So this is August 7, 2026, February 11, 2026, August 8, 2025, August 2, 2025, etc. You get the pattern, all right? So then my events could be accepting inscriptions, which is great because I actually just opened this one. This one is the one I just opened. So you see this one has not yet have registrations because it's fresh. It's just, I said that I want 9 people, main workshop, English, online, I'll be in France. I did not provide an address, so you don't have an address. And the event local time will be February 11, 2026, which is what I said, at 2 p.m. in my time, local time. And if you have a weird timing, like I said that I was in Tahiti, for example, in my user profile accounts, it automatically converts it to the local time. It says, wait a minute, this will be very different for you if you have a different time. And you got the reminder of the workshop time, and you got everything you need to know about the event. So this is my events that are accepting inscriptions. You have the events that I have locked. This event, if you have an event like that with participants, you see, you can have the possibility to edit it. So like you want to change something here, you want to correct a typo, you want to put it back to draft or anything, you just got the possibility to change everything here. But I can also say, hey, I'm going to log this event. It says, are you sure about that? And as you get a reminder, this will lock current participant. They cannot cancel anymore, they cannot change, and nobody's going to be able to register. It will still be publicly visible in the final session place, but people will be told this is locked, okay? So once it's locked, it's appearing here, and you have this event that says it's locked. So you're pretty ready. You're ready to animate the workshops, and you're fine. More than probably this is because you set up to 8 places online, 4 people registered, and you found 3 more people offline that will be next to you with a computer. So that's great. You got people that did not go through the whole registration process, and it's up to you as an organizer to set that down. Or you just change your mind and you're like, you know what, I think like I've got 8 people and that's more than enough. So locking is up to you. You can lock the event with 0 place reserves, 1, 2, 3, whatever. It's up to you. But all the events you have this button view participation. So you can edit the event as we saw, but you can also view the participations. So these are just dummy participations I generated randomly with random names and stuff, but you don't care. What you care about is that you got a recap of how everyone is going to attend to your workshop. So here you see the people who have validated their register, which is not going to happen most of the time. This is just because I did randomly stuff, but normally people should all be registered. And if you have people who came to your workshops and you promoted them as animators or co-animators, you will see that they can also cancel the event. And so they unfortunately couldn't make it, or they tell you, I'm sorry, I've got something else on the same day, I have to change my mind. So yeah, that's life, and you can just change that. If they tell you, like I said, that they are suddenly able to attend the workshop finally, you just edit this and you say, all right, this one can actually come to the workshop and I'm fine with that. And it says it was cancelled, so now it's going to be registered, and you can see the person is now registered back. And what can tell you, be careful, they just received a new email says, hey, thank you for applying for a workshop. So they got the reminder of everything, so you have to be careful about that. So there you go, and this is the code that people have when they're registered to the event. So what it means, if you doubt the identity, the authenticity of people who are coming to the workshop, you can just ask them to provide this code. And let's say this guy here is not really certain, you don't really know who they are, and say, can you just give me your code? And they're going to, yeah, it's 0192. The start is always the same, but the end changes. It's F115A5D. All right, so I know who you are now, okay? And you can get all the information you need about the people. You've got the account status, like if they say I cannot apply or something, you have to say, oh, you are blocked because your account was suspended, or your account was deleted, you are validated, etc. you got their nickname, their account nickname, their email, their last name, first name. This is just a dummy thing that I have said. I could have said real names, but I didn't want to put real names in that. You got their time zone and their preferred language, which is something that is great as an animator, because when it starts, you got everything to know for everyone. Okay, you've got whatever details they provided. They do not have to provide this. The only mandatory thing here is the email. You will know, of course, when they joined, and the nickname. That is the only mandatory thing. If people want to remain anonymous and provide only the names on the D-Day orally, it's fine for them. And of course, remember, not everyone in the world has a first name or last name, so it's not mandatory. This is just like it is. They can provide fake information, whatever. What is important is that you just ask them the code and they will be attending the workshop. And on V-Day, you say just, what is your name? And they're going to tell them your name more than probably. And you also know what time zone they are in and how they could prefer to communicate if the workshop language is not obvious for everyone. So that will help. Okay, so you got all the information right now. So if I go back to the events here, then you can lock an event. This is not mandatory. You can do this or not do this. I just recommend generally not doing this. You can do this if you really want to stop receiving further registrations for that. But as you can see, you can go here and you can select draft or open again if you want to reopen the event draft or anything. Okay, so that's pretty much all you have to know. And then you have the events that you have reminded. So if you find an event like that, and you click on edit participations, you can cancel the event here. I wanted to show you that to you. You can cancel this. If you click on cancel here, it's going to ask you, why did you cancel? You can tell the people why, or you can just not tell the people why. I just recommend that you do. And if you click save, this will send an email to all the people who participated, who were supposed to participate in the event, telling them the event has been cancelled, and it will just display them the reason you type here in the email. Okay, they will receive your reason. So that is good. And once you have events with participations like that, you can just also ready or lock the event here if you want to lock it. And if you edit the event, you can just choose whatever you need to edit until the event is happening. So if you have a change of mind, you can just do that. All right, great. Once you have this, the events that you have will be appearing here. So these events happened in the past. The day I was filming this video, which is already in the past. So then you have to finalize the event because you don't know what happened. You don't know, the website doesn't know about that. So if you click on finalize the event, you've got a lot of instructions here. It's reminding you what the workshop was, what time, where, etc. And it says, it breaks down the participants for you and it tells you, all right, these were the people supposed to attend the workshop, okay? And these were the people who were not supposed to attend the workshop. But if, for example, this person here actually did not attend the workshop, you have to edit it and you have to say that they cancelled. If they left the workshop too early, like 15-30 minutes ahead of the end, they did not finish the workshop. If they just joined like 30 minutes too late, you tell them, you can say if you want, but you will not be considered as someone who did the workshop. You have to register all over again. So you have to change this participation for these people, and when you're fine here, you're just going to click finalize the event, and when you do so, it is going to send an email that says thank you for all the people who participated, and it's going to generate certifications for each of them if they didn't already have certifications. Then you've got your past events. Those are the archived events. Those you have actually finally reviewed, like I just showed you. So they just land in this place, and when you have events, I have a card here, then you say it's finished, and you have a history of all your past events, and that was all you needed to know. All right, so by the time something happens, if there is a problem and you have certifications to generate, you got this link for all the workshops you have organized that possibly could have certifications that were not generated. You got a recap here, and you see there was only one person here, was myself. It was a test event. But if you have to generate certifications over again, there will be a button here where you can just click, and it will just do a recap of all the certifications that it can regenerate, and you will give the certifications to the people who are missing them. That's just in the case something bad happened, or you put someone as cancelled and you just misclicked and they were here or anything. You can just get a new opportunity to finally regenerate certifications later on. And that's all you need to know. The rest will be on physical paper table if you have a face-to-face event, or on Mural and Discord if you have an online event. Then what you need to know is you also need to be an event animator on Discord, so you can move the people to the channels, voice channels. You can recognize them through their Discord names. You can use Discord, bring them to the correct voice channel that you are using. I can tell you rapidly how to do so. And the workshop starts. You just bring the people to the channel, you right click on them, you say, you can even drag and drop them to your channel. So you go into like English number 2 channel, workshop channel, you just take the people, you drag and drop them to the channel, and that invites them to the channel. You say hi, that activates their microphone, and they can activate the camera, the webcam if they want to, and then it's done. That's all you need to animate. But that is not part of this video, which is only about how to use the website. So I hope that is clear, and that you will be animating great workshops, having some efficient time with people about learning about the planetary limits, the pollution, and everything that is addressed into the workshops. I'll see you ahead.